What's up, Trendix fam? Get ready for a lightning-fast rundown of the news that's shaping our world right now. First up, we're heading to the fields with farmers like Ken DeCock and the teams at Blake Farms and Westview Orchards. They're bringing us the freshest produce, but this season wasn't without its challenges. We're talking about the real taste of local agriculture. Next, we're shifting gears to a global hotspot. 3 years after the tragic death of Mahsa Amini, Iran is on edge. We're exploring the woman, life, freedom movement, the growing defiance, and whether fresh protests are brewing in the wake of heightened tensions and economic hardship. This is a story you have to hear. Then, we're diving into the financial markets to talk about OneMain Holdings, ticker OMF. While the headlines might be quiet, there's some serious momentum building behind the scenes. We're breaking down their valuation, their digital push, and what it all means for investors looking for that next big opportunity. And we're rounding out our financial segment with New Jersey Resources, NJR. They've just announced another dividend increase, marking an incredible 30-year streak of steady growth. We'll look at what this means for their valuation and their position in the energy sector. Stick around for all the details and make sure you're subscribed and the bell is ringing. Farmers markets, a taste of community and savings. Did you know that buying your fruits and vegetables from local farmers and roadside stands is a fantastic way to support your community and get the freshest possible produce? It's a win-win that brings families and farmers closer. Meet folks like Andrea Grillo-Deacon and Sierra Gay, who are passionate about the quality and taste that only comes from locally grown food. Farmers like Ken DeCock at Boyka's Farm Market and the historic Blake Farms and Westview Orchards have been cultivating these crops for decades, facing down tough weather like the rainy June that threatened this year's harvest. Despite the challenges, they're bringing us a bounty of seasonal favorites. Think sweet corn, juicy tomatoes, crisp peppers, and vibrant apples. Brent Christensen at Blake's Orchard and Cider Mill notes a strong apple crop this year, even as they manage expectations for other fruits. But beyond the delicious taste, these farmers offer tips for shoppers. Be gentle with the corn and skip the squeeze test for tomatoes to avoid bruising. They also highlight how buying directly supports the American farming dream and can be more affordable, especially for those who love to preserve produce. Look for seconds, slightly imperfect but perfectly nutritious fruits and veggies, often sold at a discount. Visiting a farm isn't just about shopping, it's an experience, a connection to where your food comes from. Shoppers are embracing the freshness and the direct connection to growers, with many appreciating the community support aspect. Analysts point out that supporting local farms strengthens the local economy and provides consumers with higher quality goods. But what happens when the harvest is gathered and the season starts to change? Get ready to explore the simmering tensions in Iran, 3 years after a pivotal moment. Iran, 3 years after Mahsa Amini, will the movement reignite? 3 years ago, the death of Jinnah Mahsa Amini in police custody ignited a firestorm, sparking the woman, life, freedom movement. Now, as Iran marks this somber anniversary, the nation is grappling with intensified grievances and a more insecure regime. The legacy of Mahsa Amini's death on September 16, 2022, continues to resonate deeply across Iran. While authorities brutally suppressed the initial wave of protests, killing hundreds and arresting thousands, the movement undeniably marked a turning point. A growing number of women, especially the youth in urban centers, are openly defying the mandatory hijab, a symbol of the very oppression that led to Amini's arrest. Activists like Atefeh Chaharmahaliyan, who experienced imprisonment herself, emphasize that demands have evolved beyond dress codes, now encompassing economic freedom and fundamental rights. The current climate is particularly tense, with Iran reeling from recent military confrontations with Israel and targeted strikes on its nuclear infrastructure. These events have exacerbated Iran's economic woes, fueling public discontent and exposing deep-seated dysfunction within the clerical regime. This instability has led to a surge in arrests and executions as the government attempts to quell any potential unrest. However, despite the pervasive fear, the desire for freedom and justice remains a potent force. Despite the regime's crackdown, the spirit of defiance is palpable, with many Iranians seeing their demands for freedom and economic justice as intrinsically linked. Analysts note that the recent regional conflicts and internal economic pressures create fertile ground for renewed dissent, though some caution that wartime conditions might also lead to increased repression and a focus on survival. From the streets of Iran, we're shifting our focus to the financial markets. Discover the quiet momentum building for OneMain Holdings, ticker OMF. OneMain Holdings, OMF, quiet momentum, undervalued potential. In the fast-paced world of finance, sometimes the biggest opportunities are found not in the headlines, but in the steady, quiet progress of a company. OneMain Holdings is proving just that. While there haven't been earth-shattering announcements, OneMain Holdings OMF has been steadily climbing, with shares up nearly 39% over the past year and 17% year-to-date. This impressive performance is backed by robust annual revenue and net income growth of 23%, showcasing solid compounding returns that outshine many peers. The key question now is whether this momentum is sustainable and if the market has fully recognized its potential. Analysts suggest OMF is moderately undervalued, with a fair value estimate significantly above its current share price. A major driver is the company's investment in its digital omnichannel lending platform, enhancing customer reach and operational efficiency. This strategic digitization is expected to reduce costs, expand their customer base, and boost profitability. However, the landscape isn't without challenges. Increased competition from digital rivals and OMF's focus on non-prime borrowers could put pressure on profit margins and introduce higher credit risk. The market's current valuation also presents a more cautious view compared to optimistic analyst forecasts. Investors are watching closely as OneMain Holdings leverages digital transformation, balancing growth potential with the inherent risks of its target market. Market watchers are keen to see if the company can continue its upward trajectory amidst evolving financial service trends. Speaking of steady growth and investor confidence, we're turning to a company with an incredible dividend streak. Get ready for the latest on New Jersey Resources, NJR, and their remarkable 30-year dividend history. New Jersey Resources, NJR, a 30-year dividend streak and future growth. When it comes to reliable investments, New Jersey Resources, NJR, is making headlines not with explosive growth, but with unwavering consistency, especially when it comes to rewarding shareholders. NJR has just announced another modest increase to its quarterly dividend, pushing its annual payout to $1.90 per share. This isn't just a single event. It's the culmination of an astounding 30 consecutive years of annual dividend raises, a testament to the company's stable business model and management's confidence in future earnings. While the stock's total return has been around 2% over the past year, its long-term performance is more impressive, with a 16% rise over 3 years and more than doubling in 5. This steady climb, coupled with strategic investments in energy efficiency, renewables, and infrastructure modernization, positions NJR to capitalize on decarbonization trends. However, the company's reliance on traditional natural gas operations and the evolving regulatory landscape present potential vulnerabilities. Analysts currently view NJR as undervalued by nearly 12%, seeing significant upside potential. They point to a combination of steady earnings and potential margin improvements. Yet, a more conservative view, like the SWS DCF model, suggests the stock might be overvalued at current prices, highlighting the uncertainty surrounding future policy changes and energy trends. Shareholders are celebrating the sustained dividend growth, while analysts debate the long-term valuation amidst a shifting energy sector. The company's commitment to renewables offers a glimpse into its future, but regulatory hurdles remain a key consideration. That's all the news for today, but don't go anywhere. We've got a quick recap and all the ways you can stay connected with Trendix. All right, Trendix viewers, that was a whirlwind. We saw how farmers like Ken DeCock are bringing fresh produce to our tables, explored the ongoing impact of Mahsa Amini's legacy in Iran, checked out the steady momentum and valuation of OneMain Holdings, OMF, and celebrated the 30-year dividend streak of New Jersey Resources, NJR. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and tell us in the comments which story you found most compelling. Follow us on all social platforms for even more exclusive content.